Howdy howdy everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to another deck review here on the channel. We do have the Monarchs. As you can see, this is the package that was destroyed by the little one. But of course we did get the new one. So why don't we break this open and take a closer look at the box. And this is the hard part. Hold on. Maybe like this. Why is it so difficult for me to open packs of cards? Good stuff. Let's see here. Let's see if we can really get this open here. Might need to get my tool. Oh, do we have it? I think we got it. I think we may have it here. Here we go. Cellophane is coming off. What? There we go. We got a garbage box over here. So, interesting here. In the packaging, it kind of looked a little off. Doesn't this look a little bit... Here, let me show it from this side. This one looks a little bit different than this one does. This one definitely looks a little bit shinier. Maybe that's just the lighting. But this one almost looks more orange. And this one looks red. But that could just be me. Let's take a look at this beautiful seal. So obviously you've got the Monarchs 909. There's a lot of designs on here, and a lot of people have reviewed Monarchs, and I've reviewed a lot of Monarchs here. Well, not a lot of them, but I've reviewed Monarchs on the channel. So I don't want to talk a whole lot about it. There's a lot going on with the box, obviously. So what can I say about the box that is different from what other people have said? Let's see. It's THEORY11, USA. There's just a lot going on here. I don't know if... I love the back design. I mean, it's just a nice set of cards. I think that's really all that can be said about it. So let's see if we can get the seal off. We always try to preserve the seal if we can. And... Ow. And pow, look at that. We have preserved the seal off the tuck case. Fantastic. Okay. Deck of cards comes out nice and smooth. So those are clearly red. Yeah, those are definitely red. Even if the box is a little bit faded, at least it looks that way to me. I don't know how that looks to you. Out of the box, THEORY11 is fantastic. Man, I mean, what can you really say other than, look at that fantastic design. You've got a sword with kind of like a tree growing off from it, and then you got snakes in there and leaves and all this fancy stuff. It sounds great. Some people are into smelling the cards. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not really a big fan of that. But just, you hear that? The crisp. The crunch. It's what we love. Obviously, you got the matching jokers. You've got the Power Ace, the Power Pip, if you're into Wizard 101. Obviously, court cards. They have more of like a staunch? No, that's not the right word. Starchy. Like higher value, I guess, is what I would say, is as far as the way that they make them appear for THEORY11 is that they are taken up a notch, basically. Everything's crisp. Everything's clearer, basically, than what you would see in a regular bicycle. Even though they might be standard, they're very not, they're higher quality stuff. Again, what we've got here, THEORY11 ad cards, fantastic for throwing. I'll take it. I've been trying to really just take them right out. That way they're not in the deck if I'm going to use them. Now, I know I went through the THEORY11, or not THEORY11. I know I went through the Monarch deck rather quickly, and we've seen it before. We've seen other Monarch decks they're a great deck of cards. I'm not gonna, there's no two ways about it. They're fantastic decks. If you love them, you love them, and if you don't, well then, what are you doing? They feel great. They sound great. Everything about them is great. However, Monarchs don't make it, which I'll give you a fun fact here, because you see my card in the background. This right here, this is the only surviving one. I'm not really sure what happened to my other ones. I think I've just given away my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I play exclusively on my phone as a mobile game. I just stopped collecting the cards physically. But this is the Dark Monarch, the Dark Monarch. So basically, I played Monarchs, and so I love the Monarch cards here. Now, just a backstory, because I like to rant. Okay, here's my rant for the day. So Monarchs, you're probably thinking, if you're into Yu-Gi-Oh, you're like, oh, another guy who played Monarchs. No, that is not true. I am not just another guy who played Monarchs. I am the guy. Before GX, before all of that stuff, when Theostalos, Zaborg, Mobius, and Grandmark were all the four originals, I was playing the Monarchs. Way back in the day, I was the first, before it was even a trend. So yes, I can rant. I would go to different events when I started going to bigger events, and I'd be running the Monarchs. That was what I had, and then all of a sudden everybody's using it because of all this other stuff. So yes, very bitter, but not really, because I moved on a long time ago. So Monarchs is great, but would I use it as an everyday thing? And the answer is, I've got my purple Monarchs, and I love them. So I probably would use them, just because they are high quality, fantastic deck of cards. So I probably would have, there's a place on the shelf for them. But unfortunately, they just don't fit my, which is very strange, because, I mean, I kind of follow it, but I don't follow it. How should I put that in a way that would make sense? So you have the Zodiac, and then you have the, what is it called? The Chinese Zodiac. I'm not sure if there's a difference. I can't remember if there's a difference in the name. There probably is, so I apologize for that. But I am a Leo, but I'm also a snake. So one of my favorite animals is actually the Chimera, mythological creatures. So I really love the Chimera. And so I do love the snake aspect. So it is a nice deck of cards. I mean, there really isn't anything I can't say that it's not that it's a bad deck of cards. It's actually, they're a fantastic deck of cards, and I think the best way for me to put it is this. Here's the standard, maybe the bicycle or something like that. THEORY11 is up here, but the stuff that I like is above it. So that's the best way to kind of put it. The THEORY11 is fantastic, high quality, just if the, spicy meatball if you like it. They are a fantastic deck, but everything I like the slow hands and just my auroras, things like that, even straight up bicycle designs, they just top it a little bit. Like even a standard Beeb deck, for some reason, just the checker pattern just kind of speaks to me a little bit more. And so if they would be on a top 5, they'd probably be maybe 4 or 5, just because I just don't see any reason for them not to be on the list. But I am putting together a list of top 5s that I own, and maybe even a top 5 cards that you're gonna want to have. Maybe I don't have them, maybe I do have them, but we're gonna scour the interwebs, and we're gonna try to find the best 5 cards that, based on the design, based on what they do, what they have with them. And so we're going to try to include a list like that. But that's probably going to be a couple of months, because there's still some great stuff coming out. So we're going to have time to do that. But I'm going to do a top 5 of my personal favorites that I have. Just because, why not? Other people do it, and it seems to be pretty successful. But I think also is one thing to keep in mind, especially when you're doing something like that, is that it's going to change based on what you have on you, you know, based on what comes out and stuff like that and what you purchase. So if you like the flicker shot, I do it in almost every video. That's why we have extras. I did catch it. Fantastico. So I want you guys to remember, because we say it, but I want you to remember, stay positive in everything that you do, because we are out here to be an inspiration to everybody. Be a positive influence on people in your life or people on social media. Just be happy, be positive. If somebody is trying to accomplish something, give them a little boost. That's all we're asking. Just stay positive and stay active in what you're doing. Stay active in what you're doing, because there might be other people looking to you to see what they should do next. So you want to stay active so that other people can use you as a positive role model. We're going to reinforce these words as we go along. And we want you guys to stay awesome, because as somebody in my position who is a content creator, if I don't have you, then I have nothing. So you guys are automatically awesome. You're a part of the awesome squad. My awesimity automatically goes up because you guys are here. So it's just a fantastic journey that we are all a part of, and I'm so happy to have you along here with us. And we're going to try a new sign off, because stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome is great. So, chowder until next time. Boop.